Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. Today we are going to have the Hindu newspaper analysis dated 25th of January 2024. In today's newspaper analysis, we are going to cover the most important articles from the newspaper, and also we are going to discuss a mapping topic that was there in the newspaper itself. So let us quickly discuss the list of articles that we are going to cover in today's newspaper analysis. So these are the list of articles that we are going to cover in today's analysis. So let us first begin with the mapping topic. So this particular topic has been in news. It is being covered as part of places in news. So name of the place is Nauru, N-A-U-R-U, Nauru. So what is this Nauru? So Nauru is an island nation, okay, it's an island country, Nauru. So where is Nauru located? Nauru is located to the northeast of Australia, all right, it is located to the northeast of Australia. This is the location of Nauru. Now, where is Nauru located? So it is just located to the, let's say, like, northeastern portion of Solomon Islands, and so this is an island country, very small island country. And why this country is in news? It is in news because recently Nauru has severed its ties, means like it has revoked all its ties with Taiwan, and after then it has decided to let's say engage in diplomatic connections, engage in diplomatic, let's say, channels with China. So Nauru is let's say coming near to the mainland China, and it has severed its ties with Taiwan. So that's why this particular place was in news today. So if we talk about where is it located? So it is located in the Pacific Sea or Pacific Ocean. It is located in the Pacific Ocean. It is an island country over here, okay. So you need to remember the name of the place, which is Nauru. So again, we have included another map just to make it clear where is Nauru located. This is located over here. It is located to the northeast of Australia, and it is to the east of Papua New Guinea, all right. So let us now discuss the first topic, right. This topic is very, very important from the newspaper. It says the issue of genocide and the world court, all right. So in this article, we will discuss about what is Genocide Convention. We will understand about the International Court of Justice, and we will learn about International Criminal Court. We are going to discuss about some of the recent happenings, right, related to genocide in the world. So we are going to discuss all of it. So name of the topic, this is topic number 1. Name of the topic is the issue of genocide and the world court. All right. So this particular topic is important under international relations, okay. When we talk about relevance of this particular topic, it is important under international relations. It is part of GS paper 2 of the mains exam, okay. It is part of GS paper 2 of the mains exam under IR section, and also it is important under IR section in prelims, for prelims exam also. All right. So this topic is the issue of genocide and the world court. So let us understand the context. Let us understand why we are reading this particular topic, why it is in news. That context is very important. So basically, recently what has happened, South Africa, right? South Africa has approached and filed a case in the International Court of Justice, right. It has reached to the International Court of Justice. It is known as the International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice. In short, it is known as ICJ. South Africa has reached the International Court of Justice, and what is the issue with which it has reached? What is the issue? So it has reached the International Court of Justice by citing that genocide is happening, right? By citing that genocide is happening. Where genocide is happening? So basically Israel is involved in doing genocide in the Gaza Strip. Where? In the Gaza Strip. So it has said that Israel is involved in genocidal activities in Gaza Strip. Means Israel is killing huge number of civilians in the Gaza Strip, and this is in violation of international conventions. So there is a very important convention, the International Convention, that prohibits genocide in all its form. So one of the most heinous crime that is there in international law is related to genocide. So South Africa has said that Israel is in violation, okay, it said that Israel in violation of a convention, and I'm going to write down the name of the convention. You need to remember the name of this particular convention. It is most likely that UPSC may ask a direct question from this convention in the prelims exam. UPSC may ask a question from citing the difference or asking the difference between International Court of Justice and International Criminal Court. So today we are going to discuss about the differences also, right, between them. So what is the name of the convention? It is known as Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of, okay, Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, of the crime of genocide. So this particular convention, in short, right, it is known as, in short, or let's say colloquially, it is known as the Genocide Convention. It is known as the Genocide Convention. So this Genocide Convention is an international law, and this prohibits genocide in all its form in anywhere in the world. And which court is competent to look into the Genocide Convention? So there are two courts primarily. One of the court is the International Court of Justice, and the other court is International Criminal Court, all right. So when we talk about the International Court of Justice, right, who can approach the International Court of Justice? Only the states can approach. So the states are members, right, states are member to the International Court of Justice. In international law, we consider different nation states as states. Means India is a state, United States of America is a state, South Africa is a state. So recently South Africa has approached the International Court of Justice, citing that Israel is involved in let's say violation of the Genocide Convention. Means it is involved in genocidal activity in Gaza Strip. So it is doing genocide, of the Palestinian people. And basically there are huge number of resources in online, right, huge, let's say the Prime Minister of Israel and top level ministers, including the President of Israel, let's say they have given infuriating comments, and they have, let's say given speeches using which, let's say, many armed forces personnel from the Israeli Defense Forces, they have entered into the Gaza Strip. They have killed huge number of civilians, including children and women, right, and they have also uploaded their footages, right, on the social media related to the crimes that they have done in the Gaza Strip. So this is the thing. So having understood the context, now let us understand the legal context. What do we mean by genocide? Okay, so genocide has, this particular convention has given a legal obligation on all these states right? That legal obligation says that genocide should be prohibited in all its forms. So technically it is known as erga omnes obligation, okay? It is known as, so this puts an obligation on all these states, right? What is this obligation known as? This obligation technically in legal terms, it is known as erga omnes, OMNES, right? Erga omnes obligations. Erga omnes obligations means it is the responsibility of the state to make sure that no genocide activity happens. But here we need to understand that South Africa is not directly involved in the warfare that is happening between Israel and Hamas, that is happening between Israel and Palestine, okay? But still it has approached, and that's why, I mean, like the International Court of Justice has preliminary heard this particular matter from South Africa. It has given 3 hours of time period to each, South Africa and Israel, to present their case before the International Court of Justice, and after then they have released orders that are known as provisional measures, okay? That are known as provisional measures. So we are going to understand about this, right? So what has happened, the International Court of Justice, the ICJ, has ordered, right? It has let's say, like, asked for provisional measures. What do we mean by provisional measures? Technically, if we talk about let's say, like, related to courts that are in India, they call it as interim measures. They call it as interim measures. What do we mean by interim measures? Or interim orders, okay? They are known as interim orders. So what are interim orders? Basically, let's say there is a court, it has heard both the parties, the party which is let's say, like, that has filed the case, and it has heard the respondent party also, and before coming to the final conclusion, before delivering the final judgment, the court may give interim orders that meanwhile you do not involve in further activities, okay? So interim measures has the decree of order of a court, and at the same time, right, at the same time, the interim measures are not final. This is, interim measures are given, or interim orders are given by a court, so that further damages are not done to any party, okay? Further damages are not done to any party. This is the thing. So over here, in this particular case, we need to understand that on one side there is Israel, right? On the other side there is Palestine, right? There is Palestine. So Palestine means, like, there is Hamas. Now the question is that South Africa, right? South Africa has approached, the International Court of Justice related to the genocide that is being conducted by Israel. Here, the International Court of Justice may order Israel, it may order, let's say, like, South Africa related to some of the thing, but it cannot order Hamas. Why Hamas? Because Hamas is a non-state actor. Hamas is a non-state actor, we need to remember. And when we talk about International Court of Justice, its members are states, right? Its members are states, that's the thing, okay? So this is the thing, this is what has happened in this particular case, and here like, the South Africa is being joined by many other countries. South Africa is being supported by Bangladesh, right? It is being supported by Bangladesh, then it is being supported by Jordan, right? It is being supported by Jordan. So Jordan, so it is being supported by Jordan. But when we talk about Israel, right? When we talk about Israel, Israel is being supported by Germany. So what Germany has said? Germany says that we are in solidarity with Israel. And here Germany has taken a double standard. Because earlier what has happened, we need to understand that earlier what did Germany do? Earlier what has happened, when in the case of Myanmar, right, in the case of Myanmar, so when Myanmari military has conducted a coup, means like it has conducted a military operation to oust the democratically elected government, right, which is, let's say, like headed by Aung San Suu Kyi, right. So in that case, Germany has taken a stand earlier. It has earlier taken a stand, and in that stand it has said that, like, it is against genocide that is being done in Myanmar. So in Myanmar also there are allegations of genocide. There are allegations of genocide of whom? Rohingya people, of Rohingya Muslims. So in this case, Germany has, let's say, spoken against Myanmar in the International Court of Justice. Germany has spoken against Myanmar in the International Court of Justice. But in this case, in the case of, let's say, Israel and Palestine, Germany is supporting Israel, which is, let's say, like, which is like, there are people, there are countries that are blaming Israel of involving in the genocide. Genocide means killing of people, huge number of people. That's the thing, that is genocide. So this is the thing, and basically when we talk about the International Criminal Code, when we talk about the differences between ICJ and this ICC, so on one side we have the International Court of Justice, on the other side we have International Criminal Court. So International Court of Justice, right, International Court of Justice has been established under the UN Charter, United Nations Charter. So International Court of Justice, let's say, like, its members are states, right, its members are states, but International Criminal Court may charge anyone, whether that particular person is a head of a state or a non-state actor, and anyone. So here, not only states, apart from states, others are also members, right, others can be members, and it can charge, let's say, like, anyone, any individual can be charged related to this. So what you need to do after this discussion, go to the websites of ICC, International Court of, Criminal Court, and International Court of Justice, learn about them, learn the differences, because in the prelims exam they may directly ask a question from this topic. So finally, in this article, author says that the case of South Africa instituting proceedings against Israel in the International Court of Justice over Gaza war is also a vital stress test of the rules-based international order. Author says that it is a vital stress test of the rules-based international order. This is the thing. So with this, let us now quickly move to another article. This is next article. It says, India's problem, different drugs, identical brand names. This is a very, very interesting article, and not only this, this article actually opens our eyes related to the practices that are being followed by medical companies. All right, so this is topic now. This is topic number 2 for the day. Name of the topic is India's problem, different drugs, identical brand names. India's problem, different drugs, identical brand name. Okay, identical brand names. So this particular topic is relevant under GS paper 2, right? So I have mentioned about the part of the syllabus over here, issues relating to development and management of social sector or services related to health, education, human resources. It's also important under GS paper 3, so we generally study under health sector of Indian economy, okay. So in this article, basically the author has talked about that medicines, right? So let's say like, there are medicinal drugs, okay? There are medicinal drugs, and since there are medicinal drugs, so basically what happens, these drugs has two important things that we need to understand related to this. On one side, we need to understand the brand name. What do we mean by brand name of the, then we need to understand about active pharmaceutical ingredients. Okay, in short it is known as API. Now brand names are the generic names. Brand names are the generic names, or are the names of medicines, like with which we know the name of the medicine, with which let's say doctors prescribe and people go to the medical stores, they purchase the medicine. For example, let's say if you go to the medical store, you will say that give me this particular medicine. So you are taking a name. That name is the brand name of the medicine. All right, and then inside that particular medicine, it can be tablet, it can be capsule, it can be let's say a syrup. So inside that medicine, whatever active pharmaceutical ingredients are there that are helpful for treating a particular disease, they are known as API, active pharmaceutical ingredients. So like there can be some medicine that are let's say helpful for treatment of fever. There can be medicine that are helpful for treatment of diabetes. There can be medicine that are helpful for treatment of cancer. So the thing is, they have different APIs in all those medicines, okay? They have different APIs. But in this article, they are saying that we can have the similar name of the medicine, same names of the medicine, but the APIs are different, okay? This has created confusion among the, let's say, like among the Indian people. And the thing is, many a times, let's say doctor has prescribed something on the let's say sheet, on the prescription sheet. They go to the medical store. In the medical store, they search for the medicine name. But like if that medicine is not there, they will give let's say another medicine of the similar name or same name. They think that the APIs are same. But the thing is, actually the patient is getting a different medicine altogether. And if they consume, it creates further health problems in the patient, because the patient is actually looking for the treatment of the ailment that the patient has, but that patient is getting medicine for the other. Means like original disease is not being addressed, and at the same time the patient is taking medicine for a disease for which the patient does not have that disease. Okay, that's the thing. So in this article, they have given many examples, okay, many examples they have mentioned, and they have said that like it has created confusion among the people. And there are many medical, let's say like there are many let's say like pharmaceutical shops or pharmacies where there are people who are little less educated, maybe like, let's say like a staff, they are giving the medicines after seeing the prescription. And the thing is like it may lead to confusion, okay, it may lead to confusion. And there are issues also that like there are different companies. For example, there can be different pharmaceutical companies, right? There are different pharmaceutical companies. They are having drugs, right? They are having drugs, and these are of the same name, but they have different APIs, okay? They have same name, but they have different APIs. That's the thing. Here they have given many examples like that. I'm going to write down few of these examples. Further examples, you can download the PDF, right? You can read from there. For example, they have talked about this Linamac, okay, and Linamac 5. So here, for example, there is one, there are two variants. One of them is known as Linamac, Linamac. Then there is another Linamac 5. And if we talk about the Linamac, this particular 1. It has APIs that are helpful, right? Linamec 5 is used to treat multiple myeloma, which is a type of cancer, right? Linamec is used for treatment of cancer, right? For treatment of cancer, and name of the cancer is myeloma and hybridoma cells. So these are, let's say, like, myeloma, and this particular Linamec 5 is, let's say, like, used for treatment of diabetes. Okay, treatment of diabetes means Linamec 5. The difference is, it is for cancer, it is for diabetes. And not only this thing, these drugs are being manufactured by different, let's say, like, different companies, different pharmaceutical companies. In this article, they have given many such examples. For example, Medzol. It is a drug that contains midazolam, and it is used as a sedative. They have given many examples, right? So Medzol has various, let's say, like, it has Medzol DSR, Medzol 400, Medzol 200, etc. Okay, these are the things. So basically, there are many companies also that are using the same drug with different name, so that one of the drug that has become popular, they release another drug, right? And the other drug that they have released, like, they want to make it popular. For example, here they have talked about iPill. iPill is an emergency contraceptive, okay? It is an emergency contraceptive, but they have also named another medicine which is iPill Daily. It is a daily contraceptive pill, okay? It has levonorgestrel and ethylestrol, like that. So it has, let's say, these are different medicines altogether. They are used for different purposes, but they are named differently. One is iPill, other is iPill Daily. They have given many examples, okay? So there is another problem. There is another problem number 2. What is that problem? The other problem is all the medicines that are sold in the market. So name of the medicines are mentioned in English, right? It is mentioned in English, but only 10% of Indians, right, understand English. What about the 90%? What about the 90%, let's say, like, other people who do not understand English? For them also, if they have to go to the medical store, they will be getting a medicine having the English name, they don't understand. They have the, let's say, prescription or purchase, they go to the medical store, whatever they give, they come to the patient and they give it to the patient. This is the thing, okay? So here they say that it is a case of deadly similarity which the medical community has been complaining about for many years to no avail. So here they have mentioned about some of the government scheme, also government program related to this, but that has also not given any fruitful results. Here they talk about the, let's say, Drugs and Cosmetics 13th Amendment Rules 2019. In that rule, they have mentioned that, like, the companies should take undertakings that, like, they themselves will look into similar name drugs in the market. If it is there in the internet somewhere, so they will notify it to the Drugs Controller General of India. Means, like, here they have talked about, but however, like the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, it has failed to take effective measures related to this, okay? So this is the thing. So in this article, they have mentioned about kind of different drugs, identical brand names. Then we have another article. It says providing clean water to all. This article has been written by the Minister, Union Minister of Jal Shakti, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat. So we are going to understand about this article now, all right? So in this article, he has mentioned some interesting facts related to Jal Mission. So we will understand about those interesting things related to this government scheme. So it says providing clean water to all. Providing clean water to all. So let's discuss about this particular topic. This is a very important topic. So in this article, the author talks about the Jal Jeevan Mission. Which mission? Jal Jeevan Mission. In short, it is known as JJM. So this Jal Jeevan Mission is a government scheme under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Okay, it is under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Let us discuss about this Jal Jeevan Mission. So here the author has mentioned that this particular mission, Jal Jeevan Mission, was launched by the Prime Minister in 2019. And as of now, what has happened, they have already provided tap water connection to 73% of rural households. They say 73% of rural households are covered under the Jal Jeevan Mission. Okay, they are covered under the Jal Jeevan Mission. This is one important factor. Apart from this particular scheme has been launched, right? So let us write down launched. It was launched in 2019 by the Prime Minister of India, right? And here in this article they say that this particular mission is fulfilling the one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, which is Sustainable Development Goal 6. This Jal Jeevan Mission is fulfilling United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 6. And what is that goal? The goal says clean water and sanitation for all. Clean water and sanitation for all. This is the thing. So here author says that this is like this particular mission is being implemented with a vision, right, which is guided by the principle sabka saath, sabka vikas, sabka vishwas or sabka prayas. Okay, so which principle? I am going to write down that principle also. Which principle? Sabka saath, sabka vikas, right? Sabka saath, sabka vikas, सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास. सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास. ओके, सबका साथ, सबका विकास और सबका प्रयास. So there will be single A. This is the thing. So this is the principle with which they are implementing this particular mission, and this Jal Jeevan Mission is providing, let's say, clean water, tap water connection to rural households in the country. Okay, this is the thing. And here the author has mentioned some important facts related to, let's say, like, water related missions. So here I am going to mention about those facts also. Let me quickly mention. So basically author has cited about a study that was conducted by a former Nobel laureate, okay, Dr. Michael Kramer. Okay, so there was a study that is published. Okay, there was a study that was conducted by Nobel laureate, right? Nobel laureate Dr. Michael Kramer. Okay, Nobel laureate Dr. Michael Kramer has published a kind of study. He has conducted a study, and that study states that providing safe water can reduce infant deaths by almost 30%, with the potential to prevent 25% of under 5 deaths in India. Okay, it says providing clean water can provide, it can let's say like reduce the infant deaths by 30%. Okay, what can reduce? Providing clean water. Okay, I am just writing here, providing clean water can reduce, right, can reduce infant deaths by 30%. So this study has been published by a former Nobel laureate. So you can mention this thing in your answer also, that will be a good thing. Apart from this, here they have mentioned that the Nal Jal Mitra initiative, for instance, is a specialized program which equips villages with a comprehensive set of skills so that they are able to carry out minor repairs and maintenance of piped water supply scheme in their villages. Okay, so there is another initiative. I am going to write down name of that initiative. It is known as Nal Jal Mitra initiative. The Nal Jal Mitra initiative. So this Nal Jal Mitra initiative is basically, let's say like equipping the villagers so that they can repair. Okay, under this, villagers do the minor repair. Okay, villagers repair the piped water connection. Okay, piped water connection. It is a specialized program under this particular scheme itself. Okay, they have mentioned many things, and there was a recent study also, assessment of employment potential of Nal Jal Mission. Of the Jal Mission states that the mission's employment generation potential during the construction phase is on average 59.93 lakh person years of direct employment and 2.22 crore person years of indirect employment. So they have mentioned about many things related to this thing. And the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation maintains a proactive water quality management information system. Okay, this is the thing. So this is related to the Jal Mission of the Government of India. Okay, so here they say at the heart of the Jal Mission lies a commitment to strengthening the socio-economic fabric of rural communities. All right. So with this, let us now move to another article. This article is good. This article talks about reconsidering the free movement regime. Okay, so in this article they have discussed about the free movement regime that is that is existing between India and Myanmar. Okay, so free movement regime, to understand this, let us quickly, let's say, move to another article. Topic 4. This is a very, very good topic. It is related to international relations, reconsidering the free movement regime. So to understand this topic, let me draw a quick map of northeastern portion of India. Okay, this is the map of the northeastern portion of India. So to the northeast India, let's say, like, to the east of northeast India, we have another country. I'm just drawing a map. This is Myanmar. Okay. So the thing is, what has happened? India does have a free movement regime, right? India has a free movement regime with Myanmar. Okay, so like India and Myanmar has free movement regime. So under this what happens? People from India who are residing in the bordering areas, or let's say like in the villages that has international border with Myanmar, so they can easily move to Myanmar, and people who are from Myanmar, they can easily move to India, right, without any visa. So they will be able to have visa free travel, and they just need a border pass. What they need? They need a border pass to move from Myanmar to India, from India to Myanmar. And within a year they can move many times. They can stay for, let's say like 2 weeks in each travel on either side. There are many villages, let's say like through which the international border passes. There are houses also. Half of the house comes in Myanmar, half of the house comes in India. So if you see this particular map, you see like they have just created a post, Bharat India, like that, okay, they have created. So it is a kind of open border. So there is no proper demarcation of the border. So they have, the government of India does have a free movement regime. But recently this free movement regime was, let's say like was cited as one of the reasons for cross-border movement of infiltrator, for cross-border movement of, let's say, terrorists also. So recently in the state of in India, in the state of Manipur, what has happened in Manipur? There have been communal clashes. Okay, there have been communal clashes. On one side, there was the majority Meitei community. On the other side, there is Kuki. Okay, Kuki-Mizo community. So basically those people who are Kuki-Mizo, they are minority in Myanmar, but like their relatives also stay, they are minority in Manipur, their relatives also stay in Myanmar. So the thing is like the chief minister of Manipur has accused this particular thing, free movement regime, to be one of the things because of which it has led to the let's say like a kind of clashes, communal clashes in between Kuki and Meitei. So he has met with the Ministry of Home Affairs, the Home Minister, and asked for reviewing this particular free movement regime between India and Myanmar. This is the thing. So here Amit Shah, the Home Minister of India, has said that the free movement regime agreement with Myanmar would be reconsidered to stop border residents from moving into each other's country without any paperwork. Okay, this is the thing. So here we need to understand that because of the free movement regime, people are able to reside, let's say, on either side. Why it is necessary? Because like there are ethnic, let's say, ties between the bordering people on either side of the border. Okay, so these people are of the opinion that like there should be free movement regime. However, the government of India is finding it difficult, and there are people who have said that like the government, the chief minister of Manipur is using this particular thing as a kind of, let's say, free ride, right, to, let's say like take the attention away from the ethnic cleansing that are happening or that has been attempted for the, let's say, minority community in Manipur. Okay, this is the thing. So with this, let us quickly move to another article. In this article, they have looked into the India-Pakistan relationships. Okay, so basically here they have cited few books that have been written by former diplomats, former ambassadors of India who have been to Pakistan, who have been posted in Pakistan. So here they have mentioned about all those people, I mean like all the previous diplomats who have been to Pakistan. They have written multiple books also. One of the book is known as Anger Management, the troubled diplomatic relationship between India and Pakistan. This is one of the book. Another book that they have mentioned is The People Next Door. Okay, then there is third book which is India-Pakistan Conundrum, Managing a Complex Relationship. And apart from this, there is another book that is In Pursuit of Peace, India-Pakistan Relations Under 6 Prime Ministers. So these books have been cited in this article, and the thing is, in this article they say that the relation between India and Pakistan has gone, low, it has deteriorated, and almost all sort of diplomatic connection between India and Pakistan have been severed, and now we do not have any kind of, let's say, diplomatic connections. We are not doing trade with one another, and this has happened mainly after the implementation of the, let's say, like, implementation of the this particular thing, or abrogation of the Article 370 of the Constitution. After then, the central government of India has reorganized the Jammu and Kashmir, right? The state of Jammu and Kashmir, they have created 2 union territories out of it. One union territory is Jammu and Kashmir, other is Ladakh. So this has not been received well by Pakistan. Although Jammu and Kashmir is a part of India, it is an integral part of India. However, like when we have let's say, like, when we have reorganized that particular state, it was not well received by Pakistan. So the thing is, in this article, they have mentioned about the accounts of former prime ministers of India. Like here, like I really like one specific thing where they have talked about that during a phone conversation, okay, during a phone conversation between Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and his counterpart, right, in Pakistan. So he said, कुछ ऐसे भी मंजर है तारीख की नज़रों में, लम्हों ने खता की, सदियों ने सजा पाई. Okay, so this is, let's say, this was said during a telephone conversation. Apart from this, like there was another telephone conversation between the Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Okay, so he, during a travel, he said, जो हम पर गुजरी बच्चों के संग ना होने देंगे, जंग ना होने देंगे, like that. So he was saying that, like, during our time there have been war between India and Pakistan. We will not let the war happen again, right? So that, like, our children do not face any warfare in future. This is the thing. So basically, in this article, they have talked about many such incidences that has, let's say, like, deteriorated the relationship between India and Pakistan. So with this, let us now move to another article. It says, choppy waters, India and Maldives must persist with quiet diplomacy to reset ties. Okay. So here, this article is very important. We are going to understand about this article. This is going to be, let's say, the next topic. I'm just writing the topic number to be, although, let's say, like, one topic I have not written anything. This is going to be topic number 5 over here, right? We are going to understand a very interesting thing through this article. It says choppy waters. To understand about this particular topic, let me quickly draw the map of southern portion of India. Okay, so over here we have a country which is an island nation, and name of this island nation is Maldives. Okay, name of this island nation is Maldives. And here we have India. Right? So what is the case? Basically, like, earlier India had good relation with Maldives, but the recent president, right, recently elected president of Maldives, he has, right, that president has an anti-India, let's say, stand. So basically, he does not want to maintain good relation with India, and he has gone for pro-China policy. Okay, he has adopted pro-China policy. So during his election campaign also, he has given multiple statements that said that, like, we will send back the troops that are Indian troops and that are there in Maldives, we will send back to India. And soon after he got elected, he has visited China, and very soon there will be a research vessel from China that is going to come to Maldives. And India is little wary of this particular thing. Why? Because the thing is, like, India maintains good relation with its neighboring countries. For example, one of our neighbor is Sri Lanka. So with Sri Lanka, we maintain good ties. We maintain good ties with Bangladesh also, which is here. We maintain good ties with Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar, and let's say and many other neighboring countries excluding Pakistan. So the thing is, in this article they have said that the Myanmar is going closer to China, but the thing is it may hamper them in the long run, because when China is going to, let's say take any action against Myanmar, they will be coming towards India for help. Okay, so that's why author has said that India and Maldives should go for quiet diplomacy. Quiet diplomacy means they don't have to be very vocal, let's say on social media related to anything. If they become vocal, so it may hamper, let's say the relation between India and Maldives further. So here in this article, author has talked about that they should go for quiet diplomacy. They should, let's say reset their ties. And here Chinese research ship is going to come, and it is known as Xiang Yang Hong. Okay, I'm just writing Chinese research ship. Okay, so spelling is little difficult. Chinese Xiang Yang, okay, Xiang Yang Hong, O3. So what is this? It is a Chinese research ship. This Chinese research ship Xiang Yang Hong is going to come to Maldives, and India is, let's say little let's say not happy with this particular development. This is the thing. So with this, let us quickly understand some PT specific topics. These are prelims specific topics, short topics. So we are going to be quick in understanding them. PT perspective, it says North Korea fires several cruise missiles towards Yellow Sea. Okay. So we have discussed about North Korea, we have discussed about South Korea in the past, right? We have discussed about the Korean Peninsula, right? So we have a Korean Peninsula that is like this. Okay. So here we have North Korea, here we have South Korea. Capital of South Korea is in Seoul, capital of North Korea is in Pyongyang, right? So the thing is, North Korea, what they have done, it has test fired, let's say some of the missiles in the Yellow Sea, and that is being seen, let's say as a kind of threat by South Korea. And why North Korea is doing this? Because South Korea has come in close relationship with the United States of America. It has come in close relationship with the USA and also with Japan, right? USA is a military superpower in the world, and North Korea wants to, let's say, create its deterrence measure. It wants to, let's say, protect its sovereignty. It wants to protect its country from any kind of, let's say, attack. So North Korea has been developing its, let's say, military capabilities. It has tested nuclear weapons earlier, and it has also tested nuclear submarine. Now it has launched several missiles in the Yellow Sea. Okay, that's the thing. So that's why North Korea and South Korea are in news. So a kind of tension is there between North and South Korea. So this is the thing. So with this, let us quickly understand about another article. This is Nauru restarts ties with China after severing relations with Taiwan. So China follows a policy that is known as One China policy. Okay, China follows a policy that is known as One China policy. And according to that One China policy, the mainland China says that any country that wants to have good relation with us, they want to have, they need to sever their ties with Taiwan, because they consider Taiwan is an integral part of the mainland China. However, Taiwan asserts its own sovereignty. They say we are not part of China, we are an independent nation. However, there are many less number of countries in the world, around 8 to 12 countries that have recognized Taiwan and its independence. This is the thing. Okay, so Nauru has severed, means it has broken its relationship with Taiwan, and it has come in contact with China, and it is building diplomatic relations with China. So that's why we discussed about the map of Nauru, okay, Nauru, okay, map of Nauru in the beginning today, all right. So with this, we have another topic. It says Sri Lankan Parliament approves the controversial online safety bill. So in Sri Lanka, people are protesting against the online safety bill. So this online safety bill has been passed through the parliament of Sri Lanka. So this online safety bill has various provisions under which people can be punished, right, for the post that they make online, right, on Facebook, on Twitter, on other platforms. So there are activists who are protesting against the online safety bill. So Sri Lankan Parliament on Wednesday has approved the amendments to controversial online safety bill that seeks to regulate online content among criticism like that, okay. So it is going to stifle with the freedom of speech in Sri Lanka, and people are, let's say, it does have punitive provisions also, like provisions under which people can be punished. So people are protesting against it. This is the thing. At last, we have another topic. This topic is, it says, Turkey ratifies Sweden's NATO membership after protracted delay, okay. So we know there are, let's say, Finland has become a member, right, and now Sweden wants to be a member of North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This North Atlantic Treaty Organization is a kind of security grouping, okay. It is a security grouping. I am going to write about it, okay. So let us quickly understand about NATO, okay. We are going to understand about North Atlantic Treaty Organization, okay. So North Atlantic Treaty Organization is a security grouping, right. It is a security agreement or security grouping. So North Atlantic Treaty Organization presently has 31 members, and it was established under Washington Treaty. There was a treaty which is known as Washington Treaty, right, in 1948, I think, right, it was established. So they have a provision of collective, right, collective security. They have a provision of collective security. That collective security is mentioned under Article 5 of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So what this clause talks about, it says any attack on any of the member countries of NATO will be considered an attack on all the members of NATO, and they will together retaliate. Not only this, they also say that any threat to any of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization member will be considered to be a threat on all of us, and all of us are going to retaliate. And this, the provision of NATO was for the first time used by the United States of America. USA has used the let's say, the collective security doctrine, right, after the World Trade Tower attack, okay. So there was a World Trade Tower, right, attack in 2001, right. So, and after then they have invoked the provision of collective security for the first time, and then they have, let's say, invaded on Afghanistan, and we know the Afghanistan story also. So this is the thing. Now Sweden wants to become a member, right. Sweden wants to become a member of, Sweden wants to join NATO, and for extending membership of any country, all the existing members should ratify their accession. So as of now, the ratification was pending with Turkey, and Turkey was not willing to, let's say, accede Sweden into NATO. Turkey had its own stand, and now Turkey, after some delay, Turkey has, let's say, approved this particular thing. So this is why this topic is in news, so you can read about it, okay. So with this, let us now conclude our discussion for the day. Thank you so much everyone for attending today's session. I hope you have a good day ahead. Thank you.